Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Joe Biden's America, where the Russian threats are made up and the facts don't matter. If you met me in a bar, my name is Bendy Dick Cummins-Snatch, and that is Kringlebert Fisty Buns. He's from Turkey.
What's up, you sycophant sack suckers? We got a good show tonight. You guys are going to love it.
It's good stuff. Point at the board. You got to point at the board. That board.
426.
426.
426. Also, I'm going to just put this out there. We are trying to get a former NSA individual on the show.
From the No Strings Attached Agency.
And we'll talk to him. Now, this has not been confirmed yet.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
Yeah, he wants to blow some whistles. I know Kamala out there got excited there just for half a second, and I took it away from her, and that was on purpose, because fuck that bitch. Everyone else has.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Except me, I never banged that bitch.
I don't know,
Williams did.
You've got like 36 hours of your life. Actually, you probably have several days of your life that are unaccounted for.
It's about 4 weeks.
Yeah,
maybe 5 weeks.
I'm sure she was in there somewhere, or more technically speaking, you would be in there somewhere.
Now listen, I've been around the block a few times. You never know.
Hey, if you're out there. You have a penchant for getting spun up about shit that just drives you crazy, and you got a nose that was made for snorting cocaine off of a whore's butt. Who knows? Popp might be your daddy.
I didn't think my nose was that punishingly big. That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that is your nose. I thought a bus parked on your face.
That's funny. Yeah.
I got to give you shit. Did you like that whiskey?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pretty damn good, yeah. Max Mann's out there. Just wanted to let you know, I did find a place that sells the Texas bourbon, the straight single barrel bourbon here. Fantastic. $40 a bottle, worth every penny. Outstanding. And we have a special guest that's going to come on tonight. In fact, he's already on the line. So we're going to bring him in, and he can join us for the first few opening subjects before we go to New Tech and talk about the real shit. Thumper, the sweaty fat guy. How you doing, good sir?
What up?
What's that?
What's up?
Before we get started, what's our inventory?
Oh, we got an inventory of 483 currently on YouTube. Not too bad for only a couple minutes in here. We got 25 currently watching on MGTOW.tv, 75 on Odyssey. Rumble is rocking 371. D-Live 31 and Twitch 38.
Okay.
Slow start, but hey, the night is young.
Yeah, well, we're just right around 11:50-ish.
Yeah. Speaking of young, dumb, and things that rhyme with dumb.
That's jumping up on YouTube.
There you go. A group of 6 Florida spring breakers overdosed on fentanyl, and the drug was so powerful that even the guys who gave them mouth-to-mouth OD'd on it, too.
Wow! Hang on a minute.
I've heard of Montezuma's revenge. I have not heard of Fentanyl Floyd's revenge.
So this is in Florida, right?
Yes.
I just heard about West Pointers.
This is West Pointers.
These are the West Pointers?
These are the West Pointers, yeah.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, cocaine laced with fentanyl caused a group of spring breakers to overdose on Thursday, this last week here. I want to see where. Yep, 6 West Point football players on spring break in Florida overdosed on the fentanyl-laced cocaine, leaving 2 in critical condition. Authorities said Friday the group, all men in their 20s, were in town to celebrate spring break, woohoo, from U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York.
Okay, now those 2 people that are, if they're still on life support, chances are they are not going to make it.
As of yesterday, they were still on respirators.
They're probably not going to make it.
And all for spring break, woohoo.
Now, I'm just like curious. All right, so you snort cocaine, you overdose, they show up and give you mouth-to-mouth, and somehow that's enough to fuck up the...
Yeah.
God damn.
How crazy is that?
That is some fatal shit right there. And here's the sick part. People are going to see this. They'll be in the West Point area, and they'll be like, I need to score some of that cocaine. The guys that they overdosed on, and it was so egregiously strong that people giving mouth-to-mouth got high, too.
Don't worry about that, man.
Yeah, I want that turbo high stuff.
Turbo high stuff.
I don't fucking care if it kills them. I mean...
One size shits all.
Now, I'm going to be honest here. I'm not a fan of West Point at all. In my opinion, they put out nothing but, dick-sucking yes men who are experts at fucking up everything they touch or get involved in. And then they, throughout their career, they will continue to fuck up and get promoted up the chain until you wind up with asshats like General Milley.
I don't like that the Army is being called woke. I find that offensive. Well, I find it offensive that you have spent 6 million man-hours on wokeness training.
Oh, my God, yeah. And listen, it's not just that. All right, so my last 14 years-ish, 13 years, I had to finish up my time as an ops NCO, and I usually fell into being a first sergeant. At one point, I was a first sergeant for 4 companies and a commander for 2, because we didn't have anyone there, but that's another story. But, yeah, I guess West Point is going to have to severely look at the people that they have in their school. And I can almost guarantee you the people at Overdose, they're like, hey, we're on spring break for a week. We're going to do some crazy shit the first couple days. By the time we go back, it should be out of our systems because cocaine is only in your system for like 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
All right. And same thing with heroin. So they can use this hard-ass drugs and then, switch over to alcohol, ride it out, and then they'll go back to West Point. And if they get drug tested when they walk on the campus, they'll be fine because they'll be out of their system. I know that's how they were thinking. They weren't. They're probably like, hey, we're going to get some blow, get high, get some horse. We're going to have a great time.
Get some blow and crank our asshole dials up to 11 because that's what happens on cocaine.
Yeah, it didn't work out for them, did it?
No, not so much. And here's the crazy thing. I mean, not that this isn't balls out insane, like pants on your head, cock in your hand insane, but we know that this took place in Florida. But there's a specific county in Florida that always seems to be tied into anything nuts that comes out of Florida. And yes, this is no exception. Where did it happen? Broward County.
Shocker.
The Parkland shooting, the shenanigans with the 2000 election, trying to steal it away. Wow.
Isn't that the same county where they had the attack on the gay bar?
That was Orlando. I'm not sure if that was Broward or not. I'm not a Florida person, so I don't know exactly where. But yeah, it seems like Broward County always comes up whenever some insane shit like this happens.
And
it's
I
so
bet
weird.
You it's a blue county.
Oh, it's very, very blue.
Yeah.
Extremely
For whatever
blue.
reason, blue states, blue cities, and blue counties have all kinds of crazy stuff happening in there. I wonder why that is.
I can't imagine why.
No.
Yeah. He's got a bunch of people and they're raised by single whores. Not knowing how the world really works.
Yep.
And then when they get to the age of ascension, which is 18, they go in the real world and they're like, hey, wait a minute, you want what? You listen, there's no trophies for last place.
No.
We don't give a fuck if you're not eating or taking care of yourself. You're in the real world now and it's on you. And they're fucking imploding and they can't take it. They wind up using drugs and throwing their whole fucking life away.
Yeah.
And the cycle continues.
The cycle continues.
But my mama says stupid as a stupid does.
And was that before or after she banged the school principal?
She really does care about your education.
It was over 4 IQ points or something?
Something like that, yeah. And then, you know what, though? I mean, all it would have taken is another 20, 30 years, and a man just as dumb would become president. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I see.
But hey, at least Forrest said no to drugs.
All right, this next one is going to hit really near and dear to my heart.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because, of course, with the media being what it is, we're talking about the 6 West Pointers getting stoned off their ass and ODing, and 2 of them in critical condition. What we're not talking about is the actual public health concern about something being forced on people. I'm not going to go into any more detail than that because of where we are and what platform we're talking about. But here we go. There's a lot of young, healthy servicemen suddenly dying in their bunks, and the military won't talk about it.
Okay, I've said this repeatedly. You can never escape the numbers, and the truth always comes out.
Yep. And we showed you guys the Senate reports. Percentile increases of over 1,000% for neurological issues.
Yeah, and we will probably go into more detail when we go to alt tech in regards to this. But let's just be honest here. I did 33 years. In basic training, we had a fat body drop dead in a run because he was fat, radically out of shape, and it was 121 degrees.
That'll do it.
Okay, it happens. Other than that, let's see. We had one guy die in his bunk from too much alcohol, and he choked to death on his own vomit.
I would call that self-inflicted.
That is the only time. That's the only time I've heard of this happening.
Yeah.
Young people, especially ones who run every fucking day, because I know at Fort Bragg, there's some running motherfuckers there, because the 82nd likes to keep their guys in shape. They should be in the best shape of your life. If you are under 26, you are quite literally bulletproof, disease-proof. You can run forever, drink all night, get up with 1 hour of sleep, bang your wife, girlfriend, and maybe the girl next door, go to PT, and still run 5 fucking miles with no problem.
No.
And somehow, we're not talking about this because it's being normalized. What?
Yeah, let's normalize, high school athletes dropping dead of heart attacks on soccer fields. Let's normalize, 20, 25-year-old people getting blood clots in their brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening for different reasons.
Oh,
sure.
And check this out. All right, so that's a side story. I'm going off in the weeds a little bit. All right, so on my Facebook, I have a group, which is the people who started it. I graduated from high school from them in 1986. And then we've had people die in the past 6 months. Heart attacks, strokes. And I leave a comment like, hey, well, we're all on the back nine. And some of us sooner and some of us later will be dumped into the compost pile. And when it's all over, every single one in this group will be there with me, dead. They all flipped out. You're being insensitive. And I'm like, I only told the truth. Okay? And if you can't handle me speaking the truth, then you're living a lie. And you should probably reevaluate your priorities. Needless to say, it didn't go over well. And we wound up with me telling them to fuck off.
Yeah. It actually kind of feeds into, somebody sent me this earlier, and I thought it was a beautiful quote. And it definitely applies here.
Mm-hmm.
Truth doesn't mind being questioned. Only a lie does.
Correct.
So, think about that the next time that you're in favor of somebody getting censored. Just saying.
Now, listen, there's a lot of people out there that I don't agree with, and there's a lot of people who say shit that's absolutely reprehensible. I don't want to see them lose their ability to speak and keep talking their horse shit because people need to hear it. Otherwise, you're living in a bubble with the same opinions percolating around in there, and that doesn't do anyone any good.
Boom.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Bad opinions need to be heard so that you can know that they're bad opinions.
Yeah.
Bad ideas need to be aired. That way everybody can be like, wow, that is an exceptionally bad idea.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let things play out in the court of public opinion, and that's why the dislikes have disappeared off YouTube. Oh,
but they can
it's kinda surprising
easily
how many
be.
people will actually go with a bad idea.
You can
though.
download a browser extension that allows you to see them again.
yeah. Well, the bad ideas get ratioed. Bad ideas get mocked mercilessly. Bad ideas get taken out behind the woodshed, beaten to death with a shovel, and then get corpse fucked. That's what happens to bad ideas, and that's why we have more live viewers than the President of the United States. Fuck you guys.
That is fucking insane. I could not believe old Biden was given a State of the Union, which is historically a big one. And we were doing a live stream on the same day, and we had more people watching us than them. And I'm just a crazy old grunt here.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a knack for
That
simply.
warms my cold, dead heart, man.
Yeah.
It really does. Oh, what else warms our cold, black, dead heart is that we are still encouraging you guys to terminate your memberships and relationships with PayPal and Venmo because they terminated us. Why? Guilty by association. They're anti-veteran and they're anti-dissenting opinions in the face of their big pharmaceutical buddies. So just so you guys know, if you haven't been watching for the past couple of weeks, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, it's all Kaputski. You will find direct links in the Meat Gazer box so that you can donate if you would like via, what's it called, Stripe?
Stripe,
Right?
and we also have Squarespace.
Stripe, Square, and we have Cash App. Cash App will allow comments. Unfortunately, Stripe does not. But if you send in something, I will get a notification, and you can always send an email along with your comments. We appreciate every dollar because we're not worthy.
Yeah, and
Never
listen,
used PayPal.
if you have more information about this soldier death thing taking place, if you're on the active military and if you've heard of any of this shit, please send us an email, redockless12@gmail.com. Send us your story, and we might actually look at having guests on. If you're on active duty, we won't show your face.
Yeah.
We won't say where you are, but you can, you can basically speak your piece and get it out there, and maybe it'll do some good because the mainstream media is not talking about this.
They don't want to. Might have something to do with the, I forget how many billions of dollars the government itself poured into lamestream media agencies and so forth to promote certain medications.
It's called a bribe or a payoff. That's exactly what happened.
Kickback.
But, ooh, I like that one there. It's good times. I keep track of all the butts that you guys send us, and I do save them for streams. So just because you haven't seen them yet doesn't mean you're not going to. Just saying. This tweet right here is really where it all came out. This is Seth Harp, Esquire. 83 soldiers died at Fort Bragg in the 18 months ending June 2021, and only 11 of those deaths were from natural causes. Fort Bragg hasn't announced any fatalities since then. They're still happening, but the base has gone dark.
All right. There's a Fort Bragg story here. When I was going through the Q course, which is the Special Forces qualification course, I had to live in the COSCOM complex. And it was all just old World War II barracks, which I don't have a problem with. You get used to it. It's not a big deal. It's just a different flavor of hell. And they used to have a big sign on the front gates. There's like two main gates that back in the day that went onto Fort Bragg.
Back in the day.
And the sign would have numbers on it. And if Fort Bragg can actually do 82 days in a row without killing a soldier, they get a 3-day fucking weekend. So we had to re-roof our building because it was leaking. And the way it worked, they just backed up with a pallet of shingles and a pallet of the paper and some hand tools. And they're like, yeah, just rip off your roof and re-roof it. And I'm like, well, I'm not a roofer. Okay, so what? Okay, fine. So
You will learn to be.
yeah, so we're up there roofing, and people are driving by like, be careful, don't die, because they want to get their 3-day weekend. And they couldn't fucking do it.
Really?
No, I mean, there's been so few 3-day weekends. Like, they can't go 82 days without killing somebody in a jump or a helicopter crash, accidental discharge, let's see, grenades falling short. I mean, people are just getting killed there all the time.
It's a dangerous occupation, Popp.
It is. So when I hear this, only 11 died of natural causes, I'm not shocked at all. I'm not. What I'm shocked at is I want to know how many of these people were found in their bunk dead.
Well, we have a follow-up tweet here with paper receipts, apparently. 9 more soldiers, all in their 20s or 30s, recently died at Fort Bragg from undetermined causes or after being discovered unresponsive in their bunks. How can the U.S. Army not know what is killing these soldiers? And, of course, no comment from Fort Bragg.
Well, they all know exactly what's going on.
Oh, yeah, they know exactly what's going on. We know exactly what's going on. We're just not allowed to say it here on YouTube. Hi, Susie, you bitch.
Give us a few minutes, and we'll talk all about this.
Yep. Just like we're not allowed to question what happened to... I mean, I don't give two flying shits about this, but it just happens that it happened within the last week. But, you know, here it is. It fits. Justin Bieber's wife got a blood clot in her brain, and People magazine says that it's happening a lot in young people now for different reasons.
Okay, first, like I've said it before, if you're 26 or younger, you are fucking indestructible.
She's 25.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think I know what the different reasons are. What's that? Miser, Federna, and Blonson and Glonson.
Okay, let's just put this in perspective. When I was 25, I was a professional boxer at this time. And I was sparring anywhere between 20 and 60 fucking rounds a week. Taking a lot of headshots, punishment, the whole deal. Totally fine. Okay. Now we got Justin Bieber, who's suffering from, how shall I say this, pussy boy-itis.
Yeah, if you put a picture of these two on the screen, I have a hard time telling who's the wife.
Yep.
Just saying.
Are you going to show this clip of the boy collapses in gym?
I can. Boy collapses in gym class and no one cares. No relation to Jimmy Crack Corn.
Yep. So he's obviously not feeling it. And that's
then,
it. Boom.
12 years old.
Yep.
But hey, you know, it's for different reasons. And I love how they're just the wording here. They're choosing it very carefully.
Uh-huh.
They're calling, well, it's a small blood clot in her brain, which leads to a small lack of oxygen. All right. Bitch had a stroke. Yeah. And she's 25 with no prior conditions, to my knowledge.
And listen, blood clot in the brain, that's a bad thing, right?
A little bit.
And it doesn't really matter how big it is. If it cuts off blood to the wrong person of their portion of the brain, they die.
A little bit.
Okay, 25-year-old people who have a history of being healthy don't have strokes at 25.
No. Unless they subject themselves to the whim of,
smoking.
Well,
pokes?
drug
Smoking
abuse can
pokes.
do it.
Drug abuse could do it. Hey, you know what? Hey, they grew up in Hollywood. Who's to say that didn't happen?
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of meth heads out there that don't have strokes.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You're
drugs can cause it.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, drugs can cause it.
Because, certain things are still drugs,
Certain things are bad, okay?
I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
We topped over 1,000 viewers on YouTube. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. But, this one pisses me off.
Right,
We've been touching on this one since it went down. Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I think the last time was when we discovered that the family was trying to seal his cause of death and prevent any public probes.
Uh-huh.
And that sounds a little funky, especially if there's reason to think that foul play might be involved. Now, we have reason to think bribery might be involved. Judge has permanently blocked the release of records of probe into Bob Saget's death. Can't imagine why anybody would think that there's some weirdness here.
Yeah, wow. I mean, blocking probes so no one knows the truth. That's wait a minute. What's that word?
It's curious.
Yeah, it's fishy.
Because the official story was, he hit his head and he didn't think much of it, so he went to bed.
Yeah.
Then the coroner released the report that his head wound was more consistent with a baseball bat strike or a fall from 20 or 30 feet.
I believe I read somewhere there was a spiral fracture in the skull. Yeah, that
That would
doesn't.
be a baseball bat blunt object.
Yeah, that doesn't happen from falls.
My guess.
Listen, I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah, so we could be completely wrong.
And I hope I am.
Yeah, but my guess, when you're looking at something that they are so eager to keep under wraps, my guess is there was some disagreement over inheritance. Maybe he was gonna in the process of changing his will. You never know. And somebody didn't like it, and he had to go.
Listen, I'm not making jokes at the fact that he's dead. I actually thought he was a decent person.
But it's fucked up, man.
If he was fucking murdered, I want to see an investigation, and I want people responsible to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, and I would look for new bank accounts in this judge's name, maybe some numbered accounts accessed from his particular IP address off the continent.
I believe we covered how to ruin judges and cops in our upcoming administrative violence, which will be out shortly.
One section left, and then we just got to do pickups and ads, and it's on, baby.
And I got to write the workbook.
Yeah, you got to get the workbook done,
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to depop it.
Yeah, you're the English major. I'm just the guy with the psycho ideas.
That's what happens, man.
I gotta get me a copy of that. I could help you depop it, maybe. I'm okay at writing.
Hey, if you want to take a swing at it, you're more than welcome. Because at least in this case, it's not going to be his handwriting. Because that requires an anthropology degree. I felt like Indiana fucking Jones every time. I'm like looking at these notes and I'm like, okay, fuck off. I understand that. What is this? Okay.
There's an arrow to a circle.
There's like 3 different pen colors here, and it looks like 3 different people wrote it. Yeah, I probably got up in the middle of the night and wrote that down.
That was evil pop, bad pop, and good pop. Yeah.
Yeah. And this looks like a thumbprint in chocolate ice cream. No comment.
I turned in a paper with a coffee ring on it once.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Things happen. Especially if you needed the coffee just to get through the fucking paper. Is what it is.
I did. That guy was such an asshole. I remember I had it on the counter. I was having like my coffee cocoa thing, and I just set it down, wasn't paying attention, and I look and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, there's no time to redo it. So I'm like, okay.
It is what it is, man.
It got down. It went from like a B+ to a B- because of the coffee ring.
Oh.
Did I really care? No.
But for a coffee ring?
Yeah, I didn't care.
What?
The guy was an asshole. Fuck him.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, who hasn't, had to pull an all-nighter with a pot of coffee?
Yeah, and that same professor had one of the bumpers of his car torn off mysteriously in the parking lot.
Little American graffiti action.
Wasn't actually me that did it, but I may or may not have seen who did it, and it was quite amusing.
And may or may not have pled the fifth when the time came.
I don't even know if they caught the guy. I mean, things happen. You don't
Things do happen, yes.
You don't mess with rednecks with big trucks because they can pull shit off your car, and they can actually drag your car away.
Yes, they can, yeah.
I did that repoing one day. That's a whole other story.
Oh, yeah, your repo days. Those are some good Lair videos.
Yeah.
I like those.
Repo Man.
Repo Man. All right, we're going to do a quick roll call here and then read your super chats because we love you guys, no homo. We got 83 currently watching over on Twitch. How y'all doing over there? Nice to see the wrenches in the chat. Tao the Wanderer, how's it going? D-Live's got some donations from Drop to Hammer Now and Wiggle Wagon. Thank you for the 30 lemons. You guys rock. I don't see any gifts, though, in the chat, guys. Come on, Jackal. I know you're over there. You got to show me some ass and titties. That's what you're there for. It's your job.
All right. Just keep going. Give me a minute.
Oh, where you going?
I got to piss real quick.
Oh,
I had my heart blood pressure medicine. It makes me piss. I'm sorry.
Well, then it's time for a deep fake.
Plus, I'm drinking.
Deep fake.
All right. I'll be right back.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
You look like a blueberry.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
That's pretty good. That's
We
pretty
haven't
good.
seen that one in a little while.
I like that one.
All
Billy
right.
outdid himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Billy Von Baum is the shit. He is awesome.
I like
All
it.
right, 673 currently watching over on Rumble. Thomas 5657, I see your chat right there. What you're requesting is not available until new tech, but I made a note of it. I screen capped your comment, and we're going to get to it in a little bit. I promise. I'm a man of my word. I will do it over on Odyssey. There was once an old army grunt, told the truth with a style that was blunt. With his friend Toxic Male, he made us laugh without fail, verbally kicking commies in the cunt.
Yeah. I like it.
I dig it. François Le Chatain, good evening, dear Mr. Papoon the Hair Kleiner, as well as Thumper the Sweaty Fat Guy. In the voice of Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers movie franchise. If I'm going to be forced to switch from a petrol-powered car to an electric vehicle, I have a simple request. I want one with laser beams attached to its lights.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
I can't tell how many times I've been driving in my car going, I wish you had a 240. I'd just massacre those people up there. You can't do
I just
that.
want telekinesis, man, so I can just think of flinging them off into the weeds.
Dude, that'd be comedy gold.
That'd be awesome.
Flick them off the earth like a booger.
Every road rage would be like a Michael Bay movie. Jackal the Emperor, send me a copy of that workbook. I'm unnecessarily paranoid of errors, so depopping will be a field day for me. Also, Blake, did you see the email I sent to your account? There's a little something. All right, I'm always up for a little something here. When was this? Oh, yeah, the Lonely Fans screenshot.
I only do this for support.
this for supporters. Oh, no, look what he did to the microphone at the bottom.
Oh, you put a big mic there, huh?
Oh, it's a big mic, all
I
right.
see it. I see it.
A big mic.
That's fucked up, man.
A big mic that looks like Big Mike. I
That's
don't know,
fucked
Barry,
up.
what do you think? Is the resemblance uncanny?
Dude, you guys are throwing some quality burns on me. Quality.
Very quality.
I got some really good burns on the Sunday thing. They threw some good burns on.
Oh, they were fucking with you?
Oh, God, they always fuck with me. It's great. I love it.
Awesome.
I have not yet begun to burn.
Now, listen, you could tell a lot about a dude at how well he takes a burn.
Oh, yeah, because as soon if it doesn't take much and he's like recoiling into himself,
Or he lashes out.
yeah, like you're weak.
Like just a couple of times I got some burns. I'd be like, that was a good burn. All right.
First time you saw your head in a wedding
Oh,
dress.
yeah.
All right, actually, it was pretty funny.
I was. Like, I had like 6 NCOs just behind me laughing their balls off. And I'm like, and then I'm like, it is funny. It was.
It was very funny. That's why I did it.
And like all of the soldiers that I've had that worked underneath me, you know, in the beginning, they'd all be like all shy and like I'd yell at them and they'd be upset. You know? And then after a while, like, it's just how I am. I talk to everyone that way. And like literally, I talk to my soldiers like I talk on the show.
Yeah.
And after a while, you know, I get an E4 and I'm making them like do all kinds of crazy shit. And one day he just throws the mop down and goes, "Why the fuck am I always mopping the floors?" And I'm like, "All right, now you're in charge of mopping the floors. Find other people to do it for you." And, that's good. And he's just like, "Yeah, you dumbasses picking your noses, Get mops. You're mopping the fucking floor, and I'm in charge.
Hey, sometimes people put you through shit just to see how much you'll take.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I want to know where your self-respect actually begins, and then once we find it, we can build on it from there.
Like, I got former soldiers. I got one Bill who's building genuine rocket ships for, what's his name? The guy, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk? Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I got a couple of guys who are now in charge of whole factories. And there were nugs that worked under me with like their little rifle when they're like 19. Well, I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You went through the training. You fucking got the rifle. What the fuck is going on? Listen, I'm no better than you. I've just been doing it longer.
That's what I tell people all the time who come to me for advice about stuff. Like, you seem so wise beyond your years. Like, no, I'm not. I've just done a lot of stupid shit in a very short span of time. Yeah. And wisdom is the bastard stepchild of stupidity.
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry, Thumper. I think you were trying to cut in there.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
It's okay. It might be the
just got so entertaining. I'm just like, hell yeah.
Because we're drinking.
We're drinking.
We're talking the truth. We're drinking.
Oh, I remember.
Go for it, dude.
The coolest people burn themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm one of the coolest people, but I'm always burning on myself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your name is
Sweaty Fat Guy.
Thumper the Sweaty Fat Guy.
Listen.
It's not like somebody's going to walk in the room, take one look at you up and down and be like, well, he knows.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to take yourself too seriously. That doesn't go anywhere good.
I mean, we have essentially built a show off of making fun of the stupid shit you've done.
Yep. Yes, we have.
I mean, most of pop culture is stupid shit you did, and you're like, I just want to prevent you guys from making the same mistakes, man.
Learn through me. It's less punishing on yourself.
Yeah, classic mistakes men make. I made them all.
We're having another Thumper sighting.
A Thumper sighting?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the other Thumper's here.
Oh, the other Thumper's here. Thumper, how you doing, you bastard? We're going to have you back on the show again, too. You guys are awesome.
Should have both of us.
Yeah, the two Thumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could totally do that. We got Mungo Harry.
We can all do voices.
We can all do voices, yes. Oh, should I do my Christopher Walken? I know that is a favorite among the people who watch the show.
Bring that vagina over here. Yeah.
Who's that supposed to be?
Sweaty Italian fat guy.
A sweaty Italian fat guy, yeah. Bring that vagina over here. As long as it ain't your ex, man. I'm just gonna let that simmer in everybody's heads. Mungo Harry with a $20 super chat in regards to the title of the show. Oh crap! This isn't the worst. The worst is yet to come.
Yeah, we'll get
my
there.
friend.
Get there.
It's Bad News Bears. We got an email here from Crazy Uncle. Let's check this out here. Oh, he's got 3.
Oh no!
First things first, Blake. You keep not reading the message I send when I send an email. I do that goofy shit because I figure your audience and Popp would get a small kick out of it. Yes, he emails it to redonkydicksucker12. Second, I wanted to bring up a little something about Ukraine and the Russian advance. There's a video claiming that we're so lucky the Russians are so stupid. In truth, the soldier is only as dumb as their leadership makes them, mainly due to the lack of training. Also, the leadership, Putin, is not trying to have a total victory. The large casualties is exactly what he wants. More on that later. I'm trying not to write a book here after all. Oh, and one more thing. I passed out when you guys read my recommendation for the Palpatine line, let the hate flow through you. I want to thank all the viewers in support of my idea. All the best to you.
All right.
All the best to you, sir. Dixon Cider.
Oh, God, no.
Sounds fruity. Broward County, Florida is also the place where some of the 9/11 hijackers got their passports.
Fuck you, Bacon.
I'm telling you, man,
Wow.
Broward County. It's insane. Crazy Uncle, I trained West Pointers over a summer about a decade back. Finding out that these idiots did something so stupid does not surprise me in the slightest. When I saw the video of them on litters, I said to my father, must be the football players. Sure enough, the news said it 30 seconds later. The football players were the worst to deal with. More to say later.
Yeah, I actually had several West Point football players when I was going to the final portion of Greenbury schools called Robin Sage. And literally, we got 3 officers attached to us as we were starting the planning phase, and they're all football players. And they listen. I'm gonna be honest. That they like football players on the field. They're fast. They'll fuck you up. But in the real world, all of that girth and muscle and size, when you're on the battlefield, plays against you. Because war is not about being in tip-top shape, being able to flip over VW bugs. It's about moving from point A to point B, doing what you have to do, and then the next day you do the same thing, and it goes on and on until the war ends. You die or you get wounded.
Makes
And
sense.
bigger
to me.
targets are easier to hit.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Yes.
Don't ask how I know.
Well, sounds like a personal experience thing. Crazy uncle wants to know if that's my twin over my right shoulder. That's Freddy, bro.
Yeah, he has these like mannequins of these horror stuff. It's kind of interesting.
Well, I'm a big horror guy.
Not
Are you
judging
playing with your dolls again?
I said horror.
Oh, okay.
About 10 years ago, I was a horror guy. But yeah, my sis moved into this place in Detroit, and the people who lived there must have been hoarders or some shit. They had all this Halloween stuff, and she's like, you need to come down here and take a look at some of this stuff. We don't want it. You might want some of it. I walked in, took one look at Freddy, and I was like, oh, yeah. That's going in my house.
Oh yeah, I love that. I've done that many times. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like when you did your eBay shopping in the middle of the night, didn't remember, you got a battle axe in the mail. Is it cool? Yeah? All right.
I got a whole room full of weapons. Half of them I was not even conscious for when they ordered them.
That's what happens.
What-
Crazy.
What's that sleeping thing you take? That Ambien, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, that's what he
What
used to
happens
take.
when you take Ambien and Enzyte?
I don't know what Insight is.
Bail
he wa-
enhancement.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know.
That's when you.
Ambien, Enzyte, and the little blue pill.
Yeah, that's
But
when you leave the
yeah.
house and then you wind up with a family that you didn't plan on it. You don't even remember.
That's when you
Or a
play
couple
Beat the
of
Clock.
felonies.
That's when you play Beat the Clock. You take all three, and then he tries to knock one out before he falls asleep.
You never go out with a loaded weapon.
Clean that thing, son.
Damn.
Oh, shit. We're some disgusting bastards over here. Don't mind us. Crazy uncle again with an email at don't you lick my ass. I brought up what socialist Ruskies would do if resources become strained, and now think it out. They're already running short on necessities like food, so they need to decrease their population, maybe through losses in combat. Oh, you mean like how China has a demographic crisis where they're a primarily elderly population, and because of a one-child policy, very few people entering the workforce, and all of a sudden we miraculously get a bioweapon that terminates the elderly and the infirm? Kind of like that.
And then that just kind of ends up in rest homes in New York, Michigan.
Yeah, because it's not like the
Yeah.
CDC warned anybody about that or anything. They need to justify rationing via a war. They can collapse their currency, pay off their debts in the old currency, restart with the new currency. Weimar Republic, anyone? Or Weimar Republic, anyone?
Yep.
Is any of this starting to make sense to people yet?
Could be.
Think about how many major conflicts have we had where millions of people got zeroed out in the last 80 years?
Yeah.
There hasn't been a mass culling, because
Been a
that's
while.
all wars and famines and stuff was culling. It like wipe out part of the population indiscriminately. It's like, so what if you're the strongest? Guess what? You got shot. Have a nice day. You're going to go, if you went across the Somme, you were screwed.
You're getting
Right?
recycled.
And it just opened things up. So then, but we haven't had a war.
The
We
Tree
haven't
of
had
Liberty?
anything big.
Well, the Tree of Liberty is long overdue for a watering, as they say.
Amen.
Yeah, that too.
Because people over here sure as shit are not respecting it anymore.
Yep.
And we have
Crazy
no
uncle.
idea what that means.
Email number 3 at Redonkulous Speed. Wait, does that mean that the show has eclipsed Lightspeed and gone to Plaid? We're getting there.
Or ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed. Pop goes into the office and meets the new female manager. Hi, my name is Rebecca, but everyone calls me Becky. Hi, I'm Pop, but everyone calls me Dick. Oh, how do you get dick from Popp? Well, most ladies just ask nicely.
I like it. I like it.
Winning. I dig it. All
One
right.
of my favorite lines was, since I'm German, I'm like, hey, you got any German in you? And she says, no. I'd say, would you like some?
Nice. Nice.
And then she responds, 99999.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Give it to me all, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing funnier than Asian porn is Swedish porn. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
have a hard time watching any porn in a foreign language. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, you know how it goes. No one wants to have to read subtitles.
Da, 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 da.
Well, da, da.
I'm serious.
That works for the people who have the daddy fetish.
Now listen, when I was younger, in my late teens, early 20s, I was watching porn. It didn't really matter.
Orn pig.
It was all very how should we say, stimulating. But as you get older and you start losing interest in that stuff, it's just not the same. And if I can't understand what they're saying, or if there's no noise or sound, it's like, fuck it, it's not worth my time. Sorry.
No, I'm with you on that one. Crazy Uncle again. Ask Popp, what happens when you take a... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that sometimes when I'm watching YouTube, like you guys, I'll put up a cam girl in another window on Google Chrome.
I like it
because I know Google's always watching what you're doing. Right, so I start getting all these ads about porn addiction and stuff because I'll just leave a cam girl up and I'll go out and snow blow the yard. It's
That's
just
amazing.
Here, Chrome guys, have fun with this.
Yeah, have fun with this,
like it.
bastards.
I like it.
German scat porn. Seems like a good time to weed the yard.
Now listen,
Fertilizer.
you trade
What's
one
for
case of scat porn and it never lets you forget it.
And why do you think there's a Pringles can up on that bar?
You shit in one Pringles can and they never let you forget it.
Nope. And I never will. What happens when you take a handful of iron pills and Viagra?
Probably nothing good.
You automatically turn north.
Yeah, but what happens when the pole switches?
That'll be bad.
That would be bad.
Oh man, you do an instant 180 and it rips your ankles off because you're still stuck to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be painful.
That would be painful.
So that's why the penis is supposed to grow gradually, because if you had like a third arm when you were 13, you'd be strap that shit to your leg, you'd be wandering around the pool, karate kicking people in the face. Be a bad thing.
Yep.
Roberto
You know what I
Moreno.
like to do with my ex, the second one? She was kind of small, right? So I'd stuff it in soft and then let it get hard and listen to her bones crack.
Nice. Nice. That's kind of crazy, but all right.
Reverse chiropractic. I like it.
Yep. Internal chiropractic.
Internal chiropractic. Jimmy Bones sent us an email. The AOC of Nebraska.
The all-out cunt?
Do I even want to know this? Opinionated, annoying Quantaha of Nebraska. Nebraska's in the process of
Jimmy Bones
constitution.
is in Nebraska?
Yes. In the process of institution constitutional carry, about time. Well, one state senator from Omaha, Megan C. Hunt.
Oh, yeah. Her.
Fitting, last time if you asked me, bitched, whined, and moaned that gun possession without a permit pushes the patriarchy and the racism's way. This is also the same bitch that called all unpoked people biohazards and felt unsafe because of her own poked co-workers. She also claimed Jake Gardner, a guy who got shot and killed, who shot and killed a rioter in 2020 protecting his business, father, and his life. Rioter was on his back with a chokehold sunk in. It's not just in blue shithole states, they are everywhere. And they get into office or some kind of position of power, not the bottom power, not the power bottom kind, and they fuck over everyone else because of their woke supremacy. Brace for the worst, hope for the best.
Yep, and there will
that
come
bar
a time.
owner self-deleted after that.
Yep. There will come a
They
time.
hounded him so much.
Yep. I remember that, but there will come a time when these people are going to pay the price.
Yep, they will. Dashuda. I would find it interesting to do autopsies on all these young athletic people who drop dead and correlate with the animal testing they did on those ferrets in Europe to see if there's any commonality.
Well, the animals that they tested this craziness on, they suffered from the antibody
dependency enhancement.
Yeah, that's it. They suffered from that, and they died later on because they caught something else.
Why do you think in the initial stages of the Kung flu, Italy was forbidden from doing autopsies? Guess what? They did them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But they tried to forbid them from doing it. Shocker.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, how can you trust the science if you don't do science? Well, you just prevent people from doing the science and then claim to be the science, apparently.
You just call it the science.
Yep. Even though it's just some rich asshole's opinion. Vastly overpaid. Jumping to YouTube, and then we're going to finish out the Super Chats here and jump over to New Tech. We got Roberto Moreno paying my respects to the GOAT, Popp. Yeah.
GOAT? What are you talking about?
GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Oh, okay.
That's what
He's my
GOAT stands for.
daddy.
Daddy. We got a couple of donations over here from Stripe as well, from Rear Admiral Farragut. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated, good sir. And then we also got a $20 donation from Christian. Awesome. You guys are the best.
I'm just wondering, is that guy a real admiral, or is he just fucking around?
Well, I mean, he is a Rear Admiral. So my guess would be that he's fucking with you.
Could be.
Could be. Keith Peterson donated $10, and he wants a butt. There's a good one.
That's not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Screw your freedoms. God. Yeah, people are... Arnold, sorry, brother. You're never going to live that shit down. I don't care how many good movies you've made that all of us are going to keep on watching until we kick our air addictions. You are never going to live that shit down.
Yeah, he sold out America when he said that.
Yes, he did. And he allegedly loves this country.
Yep.
Apparently not as much as he likes being in the know. The Violator. Word to my riggers. Popp, get me on the preppers list. I emailed you 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Every time you send, I get an email, add me to the prepper list. I add you to the email list, and I send it out one a month, or at least one every 2 months. And I always get like 30 to 50 of them that bounce back because the email address is bad, or the email's too big that they can't accept it. I don't know what to tell you.
Things happen. Are you copying and pasting emails, or are you typing them in?
No, I copy and paste them.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Because you know how things go.
Yeah, I know.
Roberto Moreno wants another butt. There we go.
Yeah, she's all right.
She likes handling woods and irons. Nothing wrong with that. Dung is fun. The captain found this guy off of Grindr. You assholes.
Good burn.
Oh, speaking of which, we got a hell of a great Urban Dictionary definition for you on Thursday. I'm going to wait until Popp is nice and loaded, and then I'm going to hit him with a few of those. So if you guys have any special Urban Dictionary definitions that you want us to read Thursday, email them to me, redonkulousblake@gmail.com. And so I don't forget, Thursday is St. Patrick's Day. And we are going to be turning the floor over to all of you guys to tell us your greatest or perhaps your worst drunk stories, and bonus points if they take place on St. Patrick's Day. And joining us will be James Von Maxwell, the ginger hamster.
All right.
And he promised me that he will be drinking with us this time.
All righty.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully not too much.
Hopefully not too much. Well,
I mean, I know you usually pass out. He just kind of rambles.
Well, it'll be three of us there, so it'll be two of us to keep him in check. Keith Peterson, Twisted Tea, beer goggles, and butts. There we go. A blonde
this
one.
Butt leg is just bothering me. I got to wait to see the butts.
Sorry, bro.
This is butt lag.
Butt lag. I got butt lag. Tanker Boy Sabo with a 2538 donation. Sending a cool 2538 because minus 30% is 1766.
All right.
Good evening, gents. I'm here with you tonight. Oh, and put my number on the board. After hitting a very cracked out homeless chick with my train, I have renewed my lease on life. 427.
All right.
Outstanding.
420. Remember that number.
Remember your number, sir. Brother Zeke, siempre bino. First-time contributor, long-time viewer. Question: how did the gay security guard get fired from the sperm bank?
Oh, God.
Drinking on the job.
God damn, that's terrible.
This one has a nice bouquet.
That's horrible.
This
Little salty.
This one must have been a small batch. This one's single barrel. God. Richard Butt. So 666. It's very specific. Great to catch you guys live for once. Also, thank you guys for what you do. Satanama.
Trying to save lives, bro.
Oh, no. Keith Peterson is from Broward County. Oh, you
no.
poor bastard. Oh, well, at least the stupidity hasn't permeated every house there. That's all I'm going to say. He does like his butts, though. Perhaps that's a side effect. Michael Morgan, guys, here the new COVID variant just dropped. It's called Delta Plus or Delta Cron. The Delta Plus name was literally from a South Park satire episode. I said, lately, the only difference between satire or conspiracy theory and objective reality is 3 to 5 months.
Yes, correct.
That's really all it takes.
The Babylon Bee just dropped a video this week. It might have been today, where they're trying to come up with things for satire, and they're like, nobody can be that stupid. And then the Democrats are beating them to the punch.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's a pretty amusing little skit they did.
Yeah. I mean, do they get off on proving Trump right?
Didn't you say
at every turn? And Alex Jones?
Didn't you say they have a post office box downriver?
Yes. The Babylon Bee apparently is based in Canton, Michigan.
We got to track
or at
those
least the
fuckers.
truthful one, not the Bee, is based out of Canton, Michigan. I know that for sure.
All right.
Hey, we'll track them down. Maybe we can get
Track
one on the
those
show.
fuckers down.
Yeah. Sam Whiskey. Pop, is it true that when a boy gets taller than a Kalashnikov, he's recruited by the Taliban in Afghanistan?
No.
There you go. Mickey Mishra. Hail the people with bad handwriting. Oh.
Yeah. No, in regards to the Taliban in Afghanistan, they usually approach those kids when they're like 12 or 13. They don't really go any younger than that.
Yeah. Well, they do, but not for fighting.
No.
Meh.
Unfortunately, you're correct.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. But
Yes, it is. Yeah, some cultures are superior to others. What can I say? Justin, I make a formal request for some Stargate and Star Trek TOS and TNG Pop deepfakes. I'd love to see Pop fighting Klingons, Goa'ulds, and Wraith. That could be fun. Hey, Billy Von Baum, hook it up.
Hook it up.
We could totally see you as a Riker, although it'd probably have to be beardless Riker.
Yeah. I could see myself being like a science fiction actor.
Yeah.
I'd be like a background guy, like they'd be doing the talking.
Red shirt.
Kind of. They look over the shoulder.
The recurring red shirt.
Hey, we
He
need
gets
that.
killed
Like,
every
yeah, okay, I'm on it.
Pop, where's that tricorder? You're fucking up.
Well, I
You
can't
didn't bring your own tricorder. This is an away mission. Why aren't you fucking shooting?
Giving everybody the knife hand. You, and you.
Sam Whiskey again. We have Alfred Pennyworth in the White House, and the Joker is our VP. I'm waiting for Batman Trump to show up in 2024. But Alfred is a cool guy, and Joe Biden is absolutely not. Jeremy Morgan with $100 super chat.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, good sir. The only safety gram board that I remember at Bragg was in division area, and only accidental deaths counted against us. At 164 days, we get a 4-day weekend. I only saw one 4-day weekend in that 5 years.
Yep.
By the way, murders don't count against those days.
Huh.
It's interesting.
Well, I don't know. They when I was there, they couldn't do 82 days. I think they couldn't go 60 days without killing some poor motherfucker.
Shit.
Like guys, dying at the TMC from bad injections.
Yeah.
And back then there was the Mickey Mouse rigger, people jumping out, parachutes never worked.
Rigger, please.
Oh my God.
Ha! Riggers! Ha!
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Shark dentures. Best defense equals preemptive self-burn. Yes. Steal the thunder. Mm-hmm. Brother Seek, question. What is Hillary's favorite anatomical recreation song?
I have no idea.
Your girth is what you're worth. Or too much mung for that tongue. Oh! Oh!
Tongue darting the anus of a dead man. You threw some shit at me, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You fucker. I wasn't even watching.
Fan I am sent a meme.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That's a good one.
Oh, it's beautiful.
They're trading the virus for Russia. Yeah.
It's pretty much how it's going on. And you'll notice that nobody's talking about the fact that Hillary has basically been caught dead to rights spying on the acting president of the United States at the time. That's been completely swept under the rug also.
Yep, that's bullshit.
It is bullshit. That is, what's that word that we usually are supposed to hang people for? Treason.
Treason.
Treason, that's what it is.
Yeah. Or sedition. They're both pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much the same thing.
How many felonies do you need before you can't be a Democrat politician? Because there's definitely a prereq to have felonies to be a Democrat.
Apparently.
Yeah, you just can't get prosecuted for them because as soon as you are, they throw you out of the club.
It's like The Price is Right, where as long as you're below the price, you're good. But where's the top end?
Yeah, where's the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the top out at?
Yeah, and you notice that anybody who actually gets caught seems to self-delete.
Yeah,
and those that don't have active Deadpools going on. I'm just saying. Yeah. Whatever tube with the 1999. We're all going to die from Omicron a month ago. Now it's like, what pandemic? I think Ukraine news will disappear as soon as China goes into Taiwan. The U.S. gave the Taliban $90 billion in U.S. weaponry. We should keep paying taxes. Why?
I can't blame you. That's valid.
That's a very valid question.
Yeah.
And the answer is probably shouldn't. Just saying. Except for that whole, they'll send a SWAT team to your house.
First.
I'm sorry, what?
They'll take it from us crippled war vets before they take it from all their little pet projects.
Oh, they're already doing that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Shark
Dentures, drinking on the job. Drinking is the job.
Well, for this job, it is.
Yeah, in this one, yeah. Not in the sperm bank.
No.
Disgusting bastards. Alfonso Miranda Jr. with a $20 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. No comment there, so if you had one, Susie Q deleted it. Apologies. JQ Truth, check the email for a car you will love. What do we got here? A cop car will... yeah.
If it's Ace and Gary's car, I'm going to be very displeased.
It is a Crown Vic cop car that has the Punisher logo all over it. Mm. Now, if it was Fat Punisher...
That'd be a different thing.
That would be a different thing, but it would also be very...
We could build Popp that car.
Yeah. It's a rocket ship.
Punisher.
It's a rocket ship with a battering ram.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's why I used to buy those old cop cars.
Oh, you still have one.
We could put bigger springs in to raise it up so when the fat girls get in, it doesn't sink down and scrape.
It's good burn, bro. Quality burn. Quality.
Well, I am a fat guy,
It's totally cool.
And you got all that trunk space for the lasagna.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Listen,
I'm all about the lasagna.
Those Crown Vics, you could stick probably, a whole extended family.
That's some funny shit right there, man.
You get the mother, the father, 2 kids, an uncle, an aunt, and maybe a couple of cousins will fit in that motherfucker.
Juan Gonzalez.
But officer, I got 6 dead hookers in the trunk I got to get rid of.
Yeah. Juan Gonzalez had something to lend to the fentanyl conversation. He says, what is coming in from China is carfentanil. 1 granule the size of a salt granule is enough to kill a person.
Wow.
Carfentanil is used for zoo animals like water buffalo. They're mixing carfentanil with everything, heroin, methamphetamine, and cocaine. That's playing with fire right there.
Well, you know what? If they're successful, maybe do us a favor and get rid of a lot of these drug people that can't seem to control themselves.
Zero themselves right out.
Yeah, bunch of wank-a-moles. All right. And just before we take off here, I actually missed a super chat last week, and I think I'll take us off of YouTube here with it because it has to do with the anti-grooming bill, which Democrats are still pro-grooming, and it's hysterically funny. It's like, we know what you really mean.
Uh-huh.
When the word gay does not appear in the bill and you keep insisting that it's in there, you're either dumb or you want to fornicate children. There's really no in between here.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
This is from Dinocide13, and he sums it up better than we did last week. On the subject of Florida, the same people who want American citizens' votes so diluted by illegal aliens so that they no longer matter, who support, donate, and partake in the destruction of U.S. towns by evil race commie mobs, who out of moral grandstanding defend the gutting of the working class while lining the pockets of globalist corpos via backwards pandemic restrictions in the name of safety, while calling the working class protesting those conditions white supreme pizzas and terrorists, who call you a Nazi for being armed against race and ideologically based violence and borderline eugenics-based policies over an experimental gene-altering jab, who support foreign border security and armed citizens but would rather a woman be rapaid to justify abortion than have that woman dome a rapist because guns kill too many kids, are now saying that if you don't allow them to indoctrinate your own children into pedophilia, you are an evil, freedom-hating fascist? Fuck that. With these people, there can be no compromise.
That's right.
We tried using logic, principles, and sound morals to hash out differences. That doesn't achieve anything when it comes to people who sincerely believe logic is white supreme pizza, principles are non-existent, and morals warped into evil, all the defense of legislating away of responsibility so they can indulge in degeneracy with reckless abandon with no consequences for themselves at the expense of the actually logical, principled, and moral citizenry. I wish it wasn't so. I want to live, work, and eventually raise a family in peace, but to these people, the act of doing so is tantamount to an Austrian man in the mid-20th century, idolized by a man who ran over a parade in the Midwest for racial retribution, allegedly. Rant over. Narf.
All right. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
He is absolutely right. Boop. Mic drop. Although, you should never really do that because microphones are expensive. Just saying.
You're going to give him a thug life?
I think I shall. Actually, I think I'm going to give him one of these.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
We had to get a little laughter after that, a little bit of levity.
That's a good shit right there.
All right. Thank you all very much for joining us. One last roll call before we head out, Pop.
Yep.
985 still watching over on YouTube. 49 on MGTOW.tv. 184 on Odyssey. We got 819 currently on Rumble. Hot diggity damn. And Shuda says, sorry, my bad. They weren't ferrets. They were mink. Ah, yes, I remember the ferrets. Oh, I thought he was talking about.
Idiot.
Oh, he says, I would find it interesting. Oh, yeah, that's not the ferrets. Yeah, the last chap. I did do that one. That's good. Making sure. Having a boomer moment. 90 viewers on D-Live. Twitch 108 and climbing. Outstanding. So Popp is going to go drain his squirrel bladder.
All right.
I think I'm going to do the same. Thumper will probably join us as well, although we're not going to go to the same bathrooms because that's gay and only women do that.
Yep.
So if you don't follow us to New Tech, we'll see you Thursday, and bring your drunk stories because I've got a fridge full of Guinness and a brand new bottle of Jameson Black Barrel, and it is on! Yeah!
Yeah. All right.
See you in 5 minutes.
All right.